Hello, welcome to my student support system. In today's class, we will discuss about typhoid disease or typhoid fever. This lecture is in English, and if you want to study in Hindi, just click on I button and you will get link of Hindi lecture. Or you can directly visit to channel my student support system. What is typhoid? Typhoid fever is a systemic bacterial disease with the onset of sustained fever, means fever remains continue, marked headache, malaise, anorexia, relative bradycardia, splenomegaly, non-productive cough in the early stage of illness. The disease is clinically characterized by a typical continuous fever for 3 to 4 weeks. It is also known as enteric fever. Positive agent. This disease is caused by a bacteria, that is Salmonella typhi. So it is also known as salmonellosis. Salmonella paratyphi A and Salmonella paratyphi B also contribute to the typhoid fever. This Salmonella typhi survives intracellularly in the tissue of various organs, and human being or man is the only reservoir of this infection in the form of case or carriers. What is mode of transmission? How this disease spreads? Typhoid is transmitted via fecal oral route or urine oral route. This may take place directly through the soiled hands contaminated with the feces or urine of the cases or carriers. What are the cases? Cases means the patient of typhoid, and carriers who are not patient but they carry the bacteria and they can transmit. Or indirectly by the ingestion of contaminated water, contaminated milk or food. In this way, we can say that it also becomes a waterborne disease, a foodborne disease or milk-borne disease. Typhoid is also a vehicle-borne disease because flies may infect the uncovered food after taking or receiving bacteria from the infected feces, in which the organism then multiply and infect the food or water or milk. Important vehicle in some countries includes shellfish, particularly oysters, from the sewage contaminated water reservoirs. How you will identify the typhoid means sign and symptoms of typhoid. Typhoid patient have the following symptoms, that is fever and rising with the step ladder fashion and then remains continued for weeks. Sore throat, cough, headache and malaise. What is malaise? Malaise means a general sense of being unwell or unhealthy. Then there may be abdominal pain, constipation, and after 7 to 8 days the fever becomes constant. Splenomegaly means enlargement of spleen, abdominal distension, tenderness and bradycardia. Then the rashes known as rose spots, they are commonly appear during the second week of disease. The individual spot found principally on the trunk. It is a pink papule 2 to 3 mm in diameter that fades on pressure. When we put pressure, it disappears, but it reappears again. Normally, this rose spot disappears in 3 to 4 days, but then other symptoms remain continue. Complications. Sometimes complications may occur if the patient is left untreated. Intestinal hemorrhage is manifested by sudden drop in the temperature and sign of shock, followed by the dark and fresh blood in the stool. Intestinal perforation is most likely to occur during the third week. Less frequent complications are urinary retention, pneumonia, thrombophlebitis, myocarditis, psychosis, cholecystitis, nephritis, and osteomyelitis. How you will diagnose that the disease is typhoid? So after these signs and symptoms, we go for lab investigations. In blood investigations, the typhoid is diagnosed by the isolation of pathogenic organism from the blood. Then blood culture. Blood culture is mainstay of the diagnosis of the disease. Then stool examination. The pathogenic organism, that means Salmonella, may be isolated from the stool of the patient. In serological test, Felix Vidal test measures agglutinating antibody level against O and H antigens. Usually, O antibodies appear on 6 to 8 days and H antibody appears on 10 to 12 days after onset of the disease. Then rapid test kits. A number of commercial rapid format serological test kits are available for IgM antibodies and they are in the market. The treatment of typhoid can be done by the use of antibiotics because it is bacterial disease, and along with antibiotics, symptomatic treatment is given. The drug of choice for typhoid treatment are chloramphenicol, ampicillin, amoxicillin, trimethoprim, sulfamethoxazole. Patients which are seriously ill and profoundly toxic, then they may need steroid therapy also. What is the preventive measures for typhoid? Early detection and prompt treatment of the cases is best strategy to prevent further spread of typhoid. As a rule, cases should be isolated till 3 bacteriological negative stools and urine reports are obtained on 3 separate days. Then they are considered as negative and we can remove the isolation of the patient. Stool and urine are sole source of infection, so they should be received in a closed container and disinfected with 5% cresol for at least 2 hours, and then they are discarded. All soiled clothes and the linen should be soaked in a solution of 2% chlorine and may be steam sterilized. Health education regarding the importance of hand washing is also a good measure to prevent typhoid. Suitable hand washing facilities, particularly for food handlers and attendants involved in the patient care and children, should be provided. Environmental sanitation, which can abolish the breeding places of flies, is also a good measure to prevent spread of typhoid. Use best possible cleanliness in food preparation and handling. Pay particular attention to the storage of salads and other foods which are served cold. These provisions apply to the home as well as for public eating places. Use best possible milk hygiene such as pasteurization and refrigeration of the milk. Since carriers are ultimate source of typhoid fever, their identification and treatment is one of the most radical way of controlling the typhoid fever. The carriers should be excluded from handling the food and for providing the patient care. Identify and supervise the typhoid carriers. How we can identify? The carriers are identified by cultural and serological examinations. Then immunization. Yes, the immunization with typhoid vaccine is a good method of prevention of typhoid. The VI polysaccharide vaccine is recommended at the age of 2 to 5 years and in adults also. Only one dose is required for this vaccine, and the vaccine confers protection 7 days after the vaccination. An oral live vaccine using S. typhi strain TY21A, which requires 3 to 4 doses in the interval of 2 days, is also available. Thank you students for watching this video. You can subscribe the channel for latest updates. You can like Facebook page, and for making your notes you can visit mynursingstudents.blogspot.com. You can follow me on Twitter, Instagram and join Facebook group Nursing Notes. Thank you. Have a nice day.